What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with another post-game recap as the Lakers get this victory, man, against the Pelicans, as we should have. Hard-fought victory, man. Do not get it twisted. This victory was hard-fought, and luckily for us, the other teams in the West that we're chasing lost tonight. So today, sloppy win may as it have been, it's still a win, man. We will take it any way possible, and we needed everything from everybody tonight, and they showed up. So I'm happy, guys. Still got a lot of things to talk about where we need to improve, but we had to get this win, and we got it. And with Anthony Davis, even though he played limited minutes. But you got to love the fact that LeBron at least tried to play some defense today. He tried. He moved his feet. He was doing the right stuff. Yeah, my camera does look a little weird, doesn't it? I don't know what's wrong with it. There you go. A little bit better. But, at the end of the day, guys, the Lakers played hard. Now, defensively, we still had a lot of lapses, and it was very upsetting. But, it was a great win, especially because we tried to catch up on the win column versus those teams we're chasing. I thought the young core was sensational. Rondo, if you guys noticed in pregame, I said, hey, Rondo needs to start. I feel like he plays more inspired basketball when he starts coming off the bench. I think that really let him down. Well, tonight he started. And look, he picked up where he left out with 16 assists, 11 points, balled out. LeBron James hits a big-time shots. He truly was a king tonight. And he played some defense, so shout out to him for that. But Ingram and Kyle Kuzma, man, they continue to ball. They continue to look like the future. And I'm so glad that they weren't included in no trade. Absolutely happy that we still have Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma, man. And hopefully we'll have them for a long, long time because those guys are special. I don't care what the haters say. I don't care what anybody says. I don't see Tatum or none of these other guys balling the way Ingram is playing right now or Kuz. So I have to tell you, man, right now I have to agree with some of you guys. You say feels like we have a big three. Well, it's in the making. It's still a work in progress, and we need to stay consistent. But definitely Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma have officially arrived. They were inconsistent for the most part, but ever since trade deadline rumors, especially Brandon, they've been hooping. And I hope that once we get that news from Lonzo, and if he comes back, I hope he comes back ready to contribute to this team. But this was an overall good win, as sloppy as it may have been. We made a lot of mistakes again, but we got to still limit turnovers and do a couple of things a little bit better. That's why that way we can win a lot easier. What was Brandon's stat? Brandon's stats were, I think he had 22 points. I'll tell you right now exactly what his stat line is. Brandon Ingram, for sure, he had 22 points. Let me see the rest of the stat line. Kyle Kuzma had 22, 5 rebounds. Brandon Ingram had 22, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Rajon Rondo came through with 16 assists and 11 points. LeBron James 33 with a clutch 3, by the way. Shout out to him for that. Reggie Bullock has been a great addition to us, man. He was hitting some clutch 3-point shots. He can stretch the floor. He helps us space the floor better. 14 points. Lance Stevenson pitched in with some good play off the bench with 9 points, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds, and 10 for JaVale. With 2 for KCP and 2 for Tyson. But, we need this more consistently from the vets. They got to keep contributing. And I feel like Rajon Rondo is better suited to start, especially when he balls out like this. Like, do not take it away from him. After he hit the game winner, he never saw the starting lineup again till tonight. And look, again, another victory. So, hey, thank you, King Mamba. Appreciate the donation. Aaron Aguilar, he said, hey, Dan, big win, man. Hope we can keep up playing and play together. Keep up the good job. Road to 10K followers. Thank you, brother. Absolutely. She said, yes, McGee makes me nervous. JaVale McGee's been very sloppy, but tonight he had a couple of big plays, so I'm excited for that, hopefully. Josh Hart's the one I'm truly concerned with, man. He cannot buy a bucket, especially from beyond the arc. It's sad to see him fall off this way. I don't know what's wrong with him. But I think you know what, Laker girl, you made a great comment. You said he's a better shooter on Fortnite than he is in the NBA. So that's not a good thing. We need to focus on basketball. But Julius Randle just wants to prove to Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka that they made a mistake by letting him go. And hopefully this is his audition to try to get back on the roster because I really like what he brought to the team. Still, sometimes he's sloppy, though, and he loses the ball in crucial moments. But 35 points, man, this kid is no joke. He punished us in the paint time and time again. I'm just glad that Kuz and Ingram rose to the challenge and were able to eclipse his performance. But I got to tell you, Julius Randle is an amazing basketball player, and he's truly coming into his own. I'm shocked I'm really shocked, to be honest with you guys, that he hasn't cashed in yet. He showed potential since last year, and I want to see what he does with a team once he settles in. But this kid's going to be a beast, and I'm rooting for his individual success. I would have hoped that we didn't cut him, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, it happened. We got to move on. But Dan, he looks really good. He said, Dan, Musla stinks. We gave Zoo away for nothing. Well, he still hasn't got comfortable in the offense, but I haven't given up on Muscala. Look, at the end of the day, he's only played like a handful of games with us, so you can't really throw him under the bus like that. But I am still not happy that we gave away Zubats. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, again, maybe he wasn't a part of their future plans, but I think we could have got at least a late first-round pick for Zubats the way he was hooping. But I don't know. Again, I'm going to let bygones be bygones. Enjoy the victory tonight, Laker Nation, because Friday night is going to be tough. It's going to be really tough on Friday night. Giannis is coming to town, so that's going to be crazy. Or are we going to Milwaukee? Let me double-check that. Let me double-check that for you guys. I think, let me see. Giannis is either coming or we're going. Let me see here. The Lakers. The schedule says that they're coming. So Giannis is coming on Friday, and then we play a back-to-back on Saturday. We play the Phoenix Suns. So those are two games that I will pray to God. I will pray to God that we win them, because if we don't, we can lose momentum. We need every game we can get at this point. And again, tonight the Kings, the Clippers, a couple other teams in the West lost. Man. Dan, do you think this win wakes us up? Look, I'll tell you what. I finally saw the sense of urgency from LeBron and the rest of the players. Now, we were either getting the sense of urgency from LeBron or from the young core or from the vets. We weren't getting it all together. Tonight, we saw it all together. Maybe they're tired of hearing the media. I don't know. But we still have an open roster spot. Let's not forget that. And I'm going to be interested to see how we fill that up, you know. Dan, you got an 8K. I remember when you were at 2K. I'm so glad to see you grow. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. And hard work pays off, man. You guys know we've been here for years. So I appreciate you guys. Couldn't have done it without you guys, man. This is all you guys, man. Melo for the open roster spot. I'm still not sold on Melo, man, unless there's absolutely nobody left. But we'll see. He said LeBron looking a little slower these days. Tonight he looked really good. But, yeah, I agree. He has lost a step. Maybe it's the injury. I don't know. I'm going to give him a little more time before I say it. But, yeah, he does look a bit. I know what you're saying. I hope they don't show up just because it was national TV game. Now, we're going to need this. They showed it to us once. Now we're going to need this. Bottle this effort up for the rest of the season. Even LeBron was moving his feet. You saw the way he was putting the clamps on Drew Holiday. So you got to love what you see from LeBron James. Hopefully this continues. We're seriously going to need this version of LeBron, not the one that takes breaks. And I think it helped that Skip Bayless and a couple of other media anchor people exposed them with video clips of him just standing around. Maybe it was a wake-up call for him. It's like, bro, who are you trying to throw under the bus when you're the one that wasn't playing defense? So maybe this is good for LeBron. Tonight he showed what he's capable of, and I liked what I saw. Thanks, Albert. I appreciate you, boss. Thank you, man. He said, got to keep this momentum going. Absolutely. Because we've been winning a game and then losing 2 or 3. We can't do that anymore. We're at the pace that we got to win 4 or 5 before we even consider losing 1. So this has to be another victory coming up on Friday, even though it's Giannis. And, he's going to – best record in the NBA. He's going to bring hell with him. And we got to make sure we show up for that game. At least it's here at home. So that's crucial. Another thing is then we face off of a back-to-back the Phoenix Suns. So if we can somehow bottle this up for Friday, win, and rest LeBron early, that would be great because we got another game on Saturday versus Phoenix. Still back-to-back. Any team is dangerous in the league. You can't basically be chilling, versus any team. We've already got beat by too many teams that were supposedly tanking. So, yeah. And tonight, Julius and the Pelicans were coming after us, man. If the Lakers would have had a mental lapse for too long in this game, we probably would have caught an L. So it's a great thing. It's a great thing that we won tonight and executed at the end of. Now, I thought our defense was better in the first half than in the second half, but still, we did it just enough to win, and sometimes that's all it takes. Dan, did you see that amazing game winner D Wade hit to beat the Warriors? And then in his interview, he thanked Kobe for the Mamba mentality. Yeah, man. I respect Dwayne Wade. I'm sure Dwayne Wade remembered that game winner from when Kobe faded away, fading right. I think that's the one he was talking about. He said he showed him the Mamba way. So absolutely, man. Game recognized game. That's just one great player talking about another one. He said Luke went small at some terrible times. Well, he's been doing it all year. He started small. He basically started Kuzma or LeBron at center. And I thought, oh my God, this is going to be horrible. But it kind of worked out for us as far as being in scramble and getting out in transition. But it won't work very often. So hopefully this is not something that continues. But it looks like this might continue because Rondo, he wants to start Rondo, Kuzma, Ingram, LeBron, and Reggie Bullock. So we'll see. He said, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Kazmi, he said LeBron was clutch, but I really, really hate his free throws. But big props to him for being a top 10 in both points and assists. Yeah, I mean, he continues to break records, but what we really want to see is him give victories in the win column for the Lakers. That's all I care about. Any other records right now at this point don't matter. What good is breaking all these records if you don't make the playoffs, right? So, Dan, you should wear your jacket and stream the game on Friday. That's an idea for sure, man. So I'll see what I can do about that. I'll definitely wear the jacket. The second part, not sure because my brother's going to be over and it gets rowdy when we're all here in the same house. So. But I'll definitely wear the Lucky Lakers jacket, man, for Friday. Great idea. I said I would save it for down the stretch. I think we're pretty close to that. So he said, once again, B.I. and Kuzma was doing work again. Absolutely, Jameson. And thanks for the donation, brother. Absolutely. Kuzma and Ingram have been hooping, man, since trade deadline. And even before that, Ingram, pretty much since the new year, he's been balling out. So you gotta love and respect what those kids are doing. They absolutely should not be criticized anymore. I think they should be praised. I don't think there's been enough praising going around. These guys need to be praised. And I love what they're doing, guys. Nothing but props to them under all the scrutiny and everything. It's not easy to perform when you're being scrutinized like that. So he said, Dan, drink before every game. Nah, man, just tonight because my friends came over, but I'm not a heavy drinker. Just tonight because my friends came over, so it was a good night. Rondo deserves some credit. Absolutely. I mentioned it earlier that I think at the end of the day, Rajon Rondo plays better as a starter. He's more motivated. I mentioned that in pregame, and sure enough, he sure as heck made me look good in this game because he started, and look at him. You know, they finally letting BI play to his strengths, which is slash cut. He's almost unstoppable. He gets to the rim with ease. I agree. He said, Dan, he said, let me read that one. He said, I'm coming over with the keg. That's funny. How about a dunk fest, bro? A dunk fest. Lakers should not trade the young core. Absolutely not. But I hope we make it to the playoffs where they could truly prove themselves. I hope so. He said, Johnny Sue, thanks, brother, for the donation. He said, Slender Man and Baby Kobe. Loved it, man. And you know what I like? I like the intensity at the rate that they were attacking the rim. Kuzma was taking heads. I believe there was some Laker on ex-Laker crime when he dunked on Julius Randle. I loved it. Fearless, man. Kuzma's fearless when he attacks the rim. Same thing with Brandon. Brandon just figured out how to finish with either hand, and he knows how to use his length, and he's just looking really good off the dribble, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing every day more and more. And remember, he's still only, 21? So I just want the Lakers to make the playoffs. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? If the Lakers make the playoffs and they get any kind of playoff experience, that would be great for us moving forward. Remember, that's when the bright lights are on. That's when free agents start watching where their potential next destination is. That's when we can showcase the great crowd and everything from LA, from Staples Center, man. I would love to. He said, let's get this first round against Golden State Warriors and go for the upset. We play them well. I would just want to make the playoffs, but I agree, Jonathan. I think we match up really well. Let's go for it. He said, how many games are we out of the playoffs? Anyone knows? I think we're about 2.5 games out because those other teams lost. And starting the night, we were like 3.5, I believe. So about 2.5, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even 2. But yeah, it's still very doable with over 20 games left. But at the end of the day, this is just one game. Let's not let it get to our heads. And we got to continue to execute, man, because we still got a lot of stuff we got to work on. A lot. Turnovers, man. LeBron got to cut down on those. Number one. Number two, we got to make sure that once we get out in transition, we're executing. Sometimes our transition is very sloppy. We all either run down the lane and then we don't get a layup out of it, or everybody tries to spot up and then the defense gets back, and now we got to reset our offense. So we got to make sure we execute there, of course, hitting free throws. But, man, our defense needs a lot of improvement still. They were giving us the business today, man. But at least the effort and intensity was there, especially in the first half. So that's what I want to see. As long as LeBron is leading by example on defense, I think we'll be all right. Dan, Ingram and Kuz finally balling at the same time. Scary sight. I've been waiting on that. I've been telling you guys, if Ingram and Kuzma ball out like this, we're going to be up in the 120s. Can't nobody stop us then. You know, I'm telling you guys, we're one of the top scoring teams. And let's not forget that we're missing our number one pace pusher, which is Lonzo Ball. He makes us run so much faster and efficiently, and he's just so selfless that he gets the hockey assist, man. He doesn't care if he gets the hockey assist. He doesn't hold the ball. He moves it as quick as possible, and it becomes infectious within the team. And that's what we've missed the most out of Lonzo. But for now, we just got to hold our head above water and survive, guys. This is that time. Every win matters. Every single win matters. When is Lonzo coming back? We should get an update by either tomorrow or Friday morning, last I heard. I will definitely be updating you guys as soon as it happens. Dan, what do you think of Luke Walton tonight? You know what, man? I was talking to my friends while watching the game, so I was a bit distracted as far as his coaching rotations go. I was still watching the game, though. But I still don't like going small like the way he did. I definitely don't like that. And I don't like all the breaks he takes before bringing back Kuzma and Ingram. I feel like we lose a lot of momentum, especially when he has all the vets at the same time. I feel like one of those guys should always be on the floor. But he did okay tonight. He did all right. I didn't like the technical he picked up there late in the game. All stuff like that that could potentially cost us a game if it comes down to a single-digit game down the wire. Stuff like that, you know, he still needs a lot of improvement. So, again, I'm not a huge fan of Luke, but thankfully the Lakers showed some energy, grit, and effort tonight, and they pulled out the victory. If we would have played like this the past two games, we would have had – this would be our third straight victory. So they got to bring this every night, man. And let's see what happens. Dan, Lance played well tonight in extended minutes. Lance is that guy. That's why I was shocked. I was shocked that they jack his minutes and then they expect him to just perform whenever they throw him out there. He needs consistent minutes, especially come playoff time. And when sometimes he plays like with an extra pep on his step, and he looks really good. He looks motivated, and he comes out just basically swinging. So I love that. He said Giannis got injured and might not play 100. Well, that could be a blessing in disguise, but you never want to wish injury on no player. So I wish him a speedy recovery, man. Remember, karma is real, man. You never want to wish any player injuries, especially with the injury bug coming around on us. So as Laker fans, we got to stay classy. Hopefully he gets back soon. But, yeah, any win we can get will be great. He had played 40 tonight. He looked gassed in the fourth. That's fine, though, man. These guys are young. We're in the last stretch of the season potentially, and they got to play as much as it takes to win. McGee is sick. Hurt is hurt. LeBron is at 85%. Well, if LeBron is at 85%, at least I hope that his defense is at 85% as well and not at 30 like last game, right? So that's all I asked for him, man. What he did tonight was a lot better. Dan, Reggie was sniping again tonight. That's what we brought him here to do. Reggie Bullock is a sniper. He's a knockdown shooter. So, again, Magic Johnson and Rob don't get enough credit. I mentioned when we got the trade, I like it. I don't love it because we're getting rid of a young prospect, but the young prospect didn't give us any sort of consistency. So I can see why they made the trade. We get a vet who basically has hit some game winners this season for the Detroit Pistons, and he has a lot of shooting experience. So that's what we brought back in return, and you got to love that. He said Ingram had 23, not 22, 8 for 14 from the field, 7 for 10 from the line. I just read the stat sheet, man. So it says 22 on the stat sheet. Maybe you're right. There you go. A boxing fan. He said, thank you, Magic. Yeah, because nowadays I only see people trashing Magic and Rob. I don't think it's warranted. I understand that they haven't fired Luke, but I think there's some stuff behind the scenes going on. There's a reason for that. But we just got to be patient, give them time. This summer is a huge one for them. Dan, Luke is giving me chest pains with the small ball BS. I feel your pain, bro, but hey, we got a little over 20 games left in the season, and let's ride it out. D-Man, please send me your P.O. box. I got you, Albert. You know what? I'm gonna post it under this video description, and I'm gonna pin it. So if any of you guys want to send me anything on P.O. box, you guys want to share with the rest of the channel, or even if you want to send me anything, I got you, and we'll do it live on the stream. So don't even trip, man. Matter of fact, let me see. I think I might have it right here. Let me see. I have my P.O. box right here. Yep, here it is. All right. My P.O. box is 1803 Colton, California, 92324. So again, P.O. Box 1803 Colton, California, 92324. So if you by any chance, if you missed the P.O. Box I just mentioned, again, I'm going to post it under the description and the link as well. So just in case you guys want to, I'll write it down as well on the comment section. Just in case you guys want to send anything, we definitely share it with the channel. Let me write it down real quick. It's a P.O. Box 3 Colton CA 92324. 92324. There you go. There it is. There you go, guys. 92324. Yep. He said, Genie too loyal to Luke, but hey, it is what it is. The Dan turnovers were down tonight, finally. And that's the key right there. We take care of the ball, we're going to get better opportunities, and we're going to limit their transition buckets. So, yo, Dan, which free agent do you want the most in the summer and why? I want either Kawhi. Or KD because those are the biggest impact makers as well. He said, Dan, turnovers from where? No, he said, Dan, love you, man. Love you too, Frank. Thank you, bro. I got you, Albert. Anything you send, bro, you better believe I'm sharing it with the channel. So I appreciate you, man. Dan, did you see AD after LeBron made that three? We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. I'm not going to speculate too much on Anthony Davis anymore. I love our young core. So I really, you seen how Luke had Kuz on AD? Yeah, man. And we got torched in the paint for going small, but we came out with the victory. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Dan, you see BI wasn't in ESPN's top 25 young player list? I didn't see that. But I'll tell you what. They always disrespecting our core because we're the Lakers. And that's okay. Because not just Brandon Ingram should be there, but all three of our young core pieces, the main ones, Brandon Ingram, Kuzma, and Lonzo should all be in there. So they disrespected all three of them. Thank you, Albert. Thank you, brother. He said, Dan, Mark Jackson or Jason Kidd? I would take Mark Jackson, but Jason Kidd's not far back. I got to go back and look at that. He said, Kawhi would be good on our team, but would he play with LeBron? It remains to be seen. Again, I'm not going to buy into the speculation. Everybody that's just hating right now, talking about nobody wants to play with LeBron. We'll see come summertime. That's when the truth will reveal itself, man. Kyrie is a goner, but who knows where he's going? Could be anywhere. Since Kyrie gone, Boston ain't trading Jason Tatum, which means no AD for them. I suspect LA will try to keep one out of the three because I believe they will raise the value in the playoffs. Who you keeping? Man, if I have to keep one player out of the core, I love Kuzma, but you see the potential from Brandon Ingram. So it'd probably be either him or Lonzo. But I wouldn't be mad if we keep Kuz because, Kuz is my favorite out of the three. So any of the three, that would be great. But I'd rather just keep all three of them, honestly, and hopefully try to get AD in 2020. If not, we'll see. But I'm open to it. Whatever Magic and Rob decide, I'm there. Dan, is Amazon hiring? I'm not sure if they're hiring at my facility, which is in San Bernardino. I heard they were hiring in the Riverside facility and in a couple of other ones. So definitely check that out. Always go on Amazon.workforce. I believe it's .com. So yeah, go check that out and we'll see. Dan, Xbox or PS4? Well, I'm not really a fanboy like as far as consoles go, video games or video games. But I think Xbox is awesome for like online gaming, and PS4 has like some pretty cool stories that I could play with my girl and stuff like that. So they're both cool, man, in their own way. Actually, tonight we were just playing the Switch and Smash Brothers. So all three of those consoles are freaking dope. It's okay, Dan. They will all be kissing up to the Lakers when they win the championships. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes, Reed. They always ride the hot hand. Right now, their darling in the media's eyes is the Golden State Warriors, but eventually we will replace them. Play the Resident Evil 2 remake. I definitely got to check that out, man, when I get free time for sure. Is it cool? I played the old one when I was a kid, but I don't remember. Disney gonna give all the credit to LeBron and disrespect the young core per usual. Shake my head, but we know they seeing the growth and they can't help but see it. Well, that's what we're here for, man. They disrespect the core. We definitely won't do that here on this channel. So keep it locked right here, man. I'm very proud of the young guys. They have really, rose into the occasion through adversity, and you gotta love it. Dan, is Reggie signed through next year? I haven't looked into that, but I don't think so. I think he's going to be I'm not sure if restricted or unrestricted free agent. We need to re-sign Reggie. I really like what Reggie brought. I was happy when we traded for him, but I was a little sad just because of Svi Mikhailuk. But like I said, Reggie's more battle test and he's ready to go right now, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing Reggie contribute. It's been like 3 games already where he's contributed some big shots. So I'm very excited for his future with the Lakers. Let's see what happens. Hey Dan, what's your game like? Do you usually play 3-on-3 or full court? You know what? We normally play 4-on-4 or full court. We don't play a lot of 3-on-3 unless we're down on people. I'm a point guard, and anybody who has played with me, they know that I like to pass, but I could also take over the game, man. I can get hot really quick, so especially on a good day. So I don't know, my game. I don't want to compare it to any NBA player because obviously I'm not at that level. If I was there, I'd be there. But I don't know who to compare it with. I would say like a prime Manu Ginobili for sure, probably prime Manu Ginobili. Dan, both Clippers and the Kings lost today too. I love it, man. I love it. Dan, check your mentions on Twitter for sure, man. I'll check it out as soon as the video's done, brother. Right before I go to bed, I always go on Twitter and I'll see if there's any messages you guys send me or whatever, for surely. But it was a good night overall, guys. Lakers get this dub. I'll take a couple more questions before I get off. It would be chill if the Lakers could get a couple more victories. Damn, Dan out here breaking ankles outside of YouTube. Oh, I'm a hooper, man. I'm a real hooper. Never judge a book by its cover, bro. I can hoop. Omar and a couple of my boys that probably watching this video right now, they know I hoop, so they know what's up. Dan, LaMelo going to be a good player. I hope so. I really do. Dan, do the Worthy clap. I'll leave that to James Worthy, man. I can't even whoop. Bro, I can't. I don't want to clap too hard because the mic's right here, but pretty much James Worthy is the boss. By the way, happy birthday to James, man. Today was his birthday, legendary, beast, and great commentator as well, man. I love James Worthy. Hey, that was good. That was a good win. Love the jersey. Thank you, T. Appreciate it. Dan is a young Chauncey. Yeah, I'm good off the pick and roll. Dan, play me 1v1 anytime, man. On the weekends, if you guys ever want to face me or meet me or whatever, I go down to Rancho Cucamonga, the family RC center, the rec center. It gets cracking right there on the weekend. So Sundays, I go with a couple of coworkers, my brother and some friends, my little nephew, and we hoop, man. We always find competition, man. So you guys want to go? It's in Rancho Cucamonga, the rec center. It's really fun. I got you, brother. I will connect with you, bro. Absolutely. Anytime, brother. Big game, James B-Day, boy. Dan Ingram plays like DeRozan. We'll see. Any music vids coming out, brother? Oh, man. No, I haven't done a music video in a while, bro. I haven't had time to do anything like that. Just been busy with work and all this stuff over here. He said, I'm from San Bernardino, bro. I'm actually from Compton, but I'll stay out in Colton, man. Close to San Bernardino. We close by each other, DTLF. Wow, absolutely, T. And like I said, you guys ever want to come out and meet me, I'll be there with my family at the rec center on most of the time on Sundays. Now, this past weekend, it was my boy's birthday, so we went out. We had a nice little dinner with him and his family, and we played some Monopoly and kick back, good times. But yeah, man, again, every Sundays, I go out there with a couple of my boys. And we get it popping, man. Sometimes we face random competition, and sometimes we go off against each other. So meet and greet for sure, man. You guys see me? I'm just your average Joe, man. I'm nobody special. I'm just a diehard Laker fan, just like you guys. So just come up to me, man. Say what's up if you guys see me on the streets. Dan, do you think we'll sign Melo? I do not, but we'll see. I've been proven wrong before. If we do sign Carmelo Anthony, it'll be interesting to see whose minutes he eats up and if he's even willing to come off the bench or whatever, you know. We'll see. He said, which player would you add with that open spot? I think the Lakers are waiting to see if the Knicks cut DeAndre Jordan or anything like that before March. So we'll see. Hey, what's up, Towns? How you doing, bro? For sure, Jonathan. Hey, anytime, bring your boys. The more, the merrier, man. You guys show up. We definitely gonna hoop up, and y'all gonna see the legend of Smooth, man. Y'all gonna see how hard I go in the paint. I'm pretty athletic, man. Who should we pick up if they let go of Luke? Not ready to dive into that topic yet till we make the Luke firing, but I got you covered as soon as it happens, man. Thanks, Lakers. I appreciate it. Y'all special to me too, man. But the Lakers, man, Lakers get a victory, man. Super proud of the way they played hard, at least hard. I could say they played hard for 48 minutes. Not always defensively and not always offensively, but for as a full effort, they showed up for a full 48. So you got to be excited for that. And hopefully this is a sign of things to come for the near future, and the Lakers continue this trend of playing hard for a full 48. That'll get us a lot of victories. So let's get it, man. Hopefully you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you guys want to come out and meet me, ball up with me, come out. I'll be at the Rancho Cucamonga. This is a brand new one they just opened up. I think it's called the RC Sports Center, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So because there's two of them in Rancho. I go to the RC Sports Center. It's a brand new facility they just opened up. $5 to hoop. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, we'll definitely see you guys on Friday, man. Giannis coming to town. Let's get it, baby. Have a good night, Laker Nation. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.